Today we're going to be going out of the house and checking out a really cool Japanese car yard, which is full of things like Skylines, JZX100s, Sylvias, and things like that. But before we get there, I've got something to show you. I want to show you everything that we have so far for the JDM Accessories giveaway pack. And just quickly, I have to say thank you so much to everyone who's placing orders. This is just from Sunday, and there's another 20 that I need to send out. Every sticker you purchase is an entry, so head to sammit.net/shop and get yourself one. But let me go through and quickly show you everything that's here. 2 Tsurikata rings. I added this new Project Mu brake reservoir cover / like oil soaker thing. I don't know, it sits over there and it looks cool in your engine bay. I added these 3 cans of coffee that we never even talked about. This is because I wanted you to have a bit of a variety and get to try some of the different coffees we talk about in the live streams and things. So we got the Boss Cafe au lait, the Boss Rainbow Mountain Blend, and the Georgia Emerald Mountain Blend. You're also getting a 6-pack of Georgia the Premium. I know this is empty right now, but that just represents that. We're picking a new one of those up on the way home today. I also added a Hello Kitty VIP cup holder. So these are really cool, great to have in your JDM car. You've also got the genuine JDM purple Boss Ozoku Pat Light, all the genuine paperwork's in there, as well as fully sealed, not a single problem there. Now, this Yashio Factory hoodie here, this just symbolizes and represents 2 of the Yashio Factory new summer shirts. I will be getting those from Oka-chan once the winner's announced and I get your shirt size, as well as you'll be getting a pack of all of his Yashio Factory stickers as well. Also, if the winner wants, Oka-chan is more than happy to sign any of the stuff that you get from him. So that's kind of it. And there's going to be more things that I'm adding, still some more stuff that I want to add to it just to kind of surprise you guys. We're going to throw in some more Japanese and JDM snacks and things like that. Yeah, it's just growing and getting better and better. Don't forget, go to sammit.net/shop, get yourself a sticker. Every sticker counts as an entry. So if you get 10 stickers, that's 10 entries, increasing your chances 10 times, I guess. And as well, the giveaway ends on July 10th. After that, we'll do a live stream and announce the winner. So get your entries while you still can. So today where we're heading is about an hour away by bus and train from my house. But if I was driving there, it'd probably only take 15 minutes. Go figure. Now what I'm going to start doing with a lot of these videos is I'm going to actually put the location, the Google Maps location in the video, so you'll be able to click on that, and that way if you're ever visiting Japan, that you'll be able to go check out this car yard. Also, starting off the day with a Monster, probably not a great decision, but I was inspired by TJ, so. So I've just gotten off the bus and the car yard is a little bit of a walk up there, but I got something here that's very interesting that I want to show you. This is what a typical like metal scrapyard looks like here in Japan. They've got all their prices there and things like that per kilo, how much you get for everything. And they pretty much take anything as well as pick up anything, anywhere from cars, scooters, like, and you can even see there like whippersnippers and things like that, right? See all the whippersnippers, bikes, just anything. You can see there like air cons, bunch of white goods. And if you look at it from this angle, it's hard to see, but there are cars chopped up in there and things like that as well. And then you'll kind of see like in their storage yard here, they've got like their trucks and other little cars and things like that that they're probably going to chop up and part out. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, like, that's kind of like a typical metal scrapyard here in Japan. They're very, very kind of different to what I'm used to like seeing in Australia, that's for sure. But yeah, there you go, like all the cars that they're probably going to scrap and cut up in a little bit there. Still kind of interesting, right? Anyways, we got a little bit of a whiles of a walk, probably a good, I don't know, about 800 meters, nearly a kilometer. Once we get there, we'll pick it up from there. Well, we are here, guys. This particular dealer is called Kobo. That kanji is ko, and that one is bo. Kobo means like workshop. And they've also got in English there, sports car dealer. So there you guys go, and there's their website, carkobo.co.jp. And they've got a pretty big range here. Bunch of JZXs, and they're all pretty nicely priced too. Some things are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, when you've got low kilometers, like only 53,000, you'd expect to pay like 19 grand for that. And that's the price that it's at pretty much. So really nice. Let's go through and check out some of the cars that are here. They've got a bunch of S chassis up here and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go quickly talk to someone inside, make sure they're all good with me filming. and then we'll pick it up from there. Okay, so we got the green light, and I think I'm gonna start with the S chassis in this corner here, and then we'll move to this part of the yard because there's a lot more kind of JZXs and it's way bigger over there, and I think it's better to start in this smaller section. But starting with this S15, this price is really, really good. It's about like 15K or 14.5K USD. We are looking at, it's got a bunch of Origin Lambo and D-Max body kit parts. It's got a Nismo LSD. It's standard tune-up kind of thing, so it'll be making like 350 horsepower. The thing looks really good, nice wheels and stuff like that. Good coilovers are in it. And it's like at 14.5K USD. It's really good deal. You'd obviously want to inspect everything like on the car, check under the chassis and things like that if you were going to purchase something like that. But it's really nice and be a really good start for like someone who wants to get into a nice drift car. The interior is really good too, got all the right stuff. It's got a digital Defi ZD, kind of like digital dash. You've got the Grady Prefecture B boost controller. Bunch of all the goodies that you want. Good seat, good wheel. Yeah, this is actually a really good drift car probably for someone who wants to start off and get into it with a nice S15. Obviously, everything's wide, got knuckles and all that stuff as well. Let's try to move through everything as quick as we can, and I'll try to just focus on cars that we want to talk about the most on. Good S14, turbo. Oh, by the way, this has only done 136,000 kilometers, so it's actually pretty low mileage. This one's here's only done 104,000 kilometers confirmed. Turbo, really good condition for an S14, missing the center grille there, and they only want about 10 grand USD for it. So pretty decent price actually. Seat's not in that great condition. It's got a harness, good wheel, couple drift things. It's got knuckles and things like that on there. Overall though, it's pretty decent for an S14. Missing the rear interior. So yeah, probably would be a good drift car. Mark II Chaser here. I don't know pricing or information on these. These are obviously crashed and will probably be used as parts cars or being fixed up and sold. You'll probably find that these will actually end up at Ebisu. Power Vehicles have a habit of just like mass like emailing and messaging every workshop in Japan asking for cars like this. And you'll find like they'll be selling them here. Like we'll find probably some Chasers over there that are like really cheap auto that are selling for like 6 grand. And Power Vehicles will pick them up, do a manual swap on them and sell them for like 20 grand, 18 grand. And that's just the aim of the game. It's business, right? But let's have a quick look here. Got another Zenki S14 for about 10 grand again USD. This one's got 50mm over fenders in the rear. A bunch of other kind of like body kit parts. It's turbo, manual, pretty much all the good stuff. It's got a Sparko wheel. It's got a Bride. I think that's like a 1.5. Looks good. It's reclinable. Still a good seat though for drifting. Body kit looks great. It's kind of cool. Wheel choice. Oh yeah, so it's got the CST wheels. I mean, it's not like super awesome, but it's like a good car to start off. Sunroof looks like no rust around there, which is a big thing with these. Super good condition. I mean, the dash is got some tape on there, I guess, for some cracks in it. But overall, like it's 10 grand and it's pretty much a car you could jump in and start drifting right away. So I think that's a pretty decent deal. We've got another S14 here. This one's a Kolki, the tri-spokes. This one, non-turbo, and they only want like $8,000 US for it. Pretty good condition, so a good car for anyone who's looking to, I guess, put a turbo motor in there and have some fun. It is auto as well, so that's another reason why it's so cheap. It's got gauges. Hang on, it's got like GTR gauges in there. Is there a little side mount in here? We should have a quick look and just check. This could be a turbo model. Yeah, I see a little side mount in there. She's actually a turbo model, so she's probably really stock and just automatic, and that's why it's so cheap. So like 8.5K USD you would probably pay for this. Got a nice gnarly wheel, factory seats, factory interior is all there. Yeah, so this would be a good model. Just do a manual swap on it. Looks like it might have a little bit of underbody rust in there, you can kind of see. So things to check, you know, these are like 30-year-old cars. Really nice 180SX, bunch of Type X stuff. It's got a nice Recaro seat, factory wheel. It's obviously manual, Type X wing. They want about 9.5K USD for this. Nice carbon hood, turbo. Pretty decent, honestly. Like 10 grand for that's actually a decent price. It's not that bad. So yeah, the prices here, in all honesty, they're pretty fair. they're pretty fair. They're definitely cheaper than like what you'd buy something through Power Vehicles with, that's for sure. Yo, that's kind of cool. Nice pink Subaru. It looks like there's a red 34 back here. There's no prices on anything here. This is like their storage yard, I'm assuming. Looks like there's a 4-door R34 there. Mazda Roadster back there as well. You got to realize, like, they're storing a bunch of stuff here that they're probably going to end up just throwing on the auctions, the damaged car auctions and stuff. All right, cool. So let's head up the other side now and have a look at all the JZXs there and just keep checking stuff out. There's a lot of cool things here. I'm going to get their business card and talk to them a little bit more in the future too, because when I've got a lot more disposable income, if this is still available, I am looking for a second S15, and this might be a good option, especially if I can get them to do a sick deal for me, right? That's actually a pretty decent price. Good stuff. So we are now at this end of the car lot, and as you can see, it is much bigger and there's a lot more kind of cool cars on this side. I did just have another quick chat with the owner of the place, and I asked him to kind of explain to me like what are all these cars in here, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but we are okay to look at them as well. But let's kind of go through the front row here, then we'll work our way into the middle row here. There's really nice red Hachiroku. There's a lot of cool cars here. So let's start with this end. So we got a JZX90 here, and this one's got some nice stuff on it. So they're looking for about 15.5K USD for this. I'm just gonna say everything in USD because that's easier for me to translate right now. Like do the conversion in my head. Australian dollars like crashed, so yeah, this is a lot more expensive. This is probably more like 20 grand Australian right now because of how bad the Aussie dollar is. But they're looking for about 15.5K USD roughly, or 15K USD. It's got a GT 2835 on there, upgraded injectors and a bunch of other stuff. It's got some work wheels. It's done only 75,000 kilometers, so really low Ks. Yeah, so the price is pretty valid, and overall the car's been resprayed, obviously. I think it looks really nice. Headlights could do with a polish, but the interior is immaculate. It's obviously manual, got a good seat, good wheel, pretty much everything you need to party. Really nice condition. I don't see like any signs of rust or anything like that in the wheel wells as well. So it looks really nice. As you can see, nice bride seat, or briddo seat, and a nice wheel. Pretty much everything you need. It's even got a drift button. So you can definitely pick this up for a really nice price. And in all honesty, that's a fair price for one of these, especially with that lower kilometers. JZX 110, they only want about like 13.5K USD, 13 grand USD. Just basic mods and things like that. It's done 117,000 kilometers. It's manual. It's got nice DEFI gauges, good wheel, good seat once again. If you're into the JZX 110, this is a good car to get as well. I mean, the Ks aren't even on that low side. It's on that high side. It's still like considered low kilometers, really. You want to change up the wheels and things like that. Maybe lift it up a bit, make it Ebisu spec. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely like, that's a fair price, hey. This S13 has no price on there, but it looks actually really nice. I'm a big fan of this kind of style S13 with the over fenders and stuff. Really cool. Got another S15 here, no price or information there, but super sick. Evo 10, I believe. That's a GSR, yeah, Evo 10 GSR. They want like 34K USD for that. Got a JZX 100 here. This is actually pretty decent. So they're selling it for about 10 grand USD. Let's have a quick look. Dealing with auto though. So this is what I mean, like this is actually really good nick. It's only done 61,000 kilometers. So 10 grand, automatic, 61,000 kilometers, super low Ks. You manual swap this and you'll probably see someone trying to sell it for double that. So yeah, if you got a friend who's got a workshop over here who doesn't mind doing a manual swap for you on something like this, that's a good buy, really. What do we got, a Verossa here? This is kind of cool. These things are kind of cool. I do like them. Manual, nice Momo wheel, looks like factory. I'm just gonna move the cobwebs there. The wheels got some poke. Pretty slammed on the ground too. They want like 13.5 USD for it. Pretty standard, 5 speeds, done 112,000 kilometers, 370Z. This is actually pretty expensive, but it's only done 22,000 kilometers. So it's really low. They want like 27 grand for it. Oh, well, no, it's like 28 grand for it, USD. So yeah, I mean, it's done 22,000 kilometers, that's it. So pretty fair. What do we got here? It's got a Nismo 2A LSD, really nice bride seat, good wheel, manual. Pretty sure it's a Nissan, it's a Laurel or something. Yeah, it's a Laurel. Interesting wang game, loving the exhaust. I always struggle with the Laurels in the front end. It's good because it's got a half cage, but they're including the seats and stuff with it as well. It's pretty cool. And it's about 11K USD. And it's done 82,000 kilometers. This is a really good whip. Oh, it's not a half cage. It's a full 4-point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points, sorry, because it comes down through the front there. That's really good. Moving over here, we've got a Mark II. Nice black one. Pretty decent condition by the looks of things. Obviously, we're not looking at it under the microscope too much, but it's got a Vertex kit on there. It's done 149,000 kilometers. They want about 13 grand USD for it. And yeah, relatively stock, manual, decent condition. And this is what I mean, like, this is done about 150,000 kilometers. It's $13,000. And, you know, you'll see stuff like this being sold, you know, at Ebisu and things like that for almost double that price. Gonna try and smash through a few of these JZXs because there's a fair few of them. But obviously another Mark II. This one's manual. It's got a Momo wheel. It's done very low kilometers. This thing's only done 53,000 kilometers. 5-speed manual. They want about 19 grand USD for that. So that's really good condition. Workmeister's on that too. This one here, JZX 100 Chaser. They want about 18K for that. It says that it's had the TRD cluster swapped into it, so they're not sure how many kilometers it's done, but they know it's still pretty low. It's got a GT2835 Pro turbo on there kit, so that's pretty good. Custom ECU tune and stuff like that, so this is pushing some power. Yeah, so like 18 grand USD for this one. Really clean, actually, white. I'm a big fan of the white Chasers. That's a pretty decent buy, honestly. That's a fair price for those mods. This one's like full grandpa spec auto. No pricing or anything on this one, so don't exactly know what that's looking at there. Looks like we got another 90 here. They want about 13 grand USD for this bad boy. 5-speed manual, 86,000 kilometers. That's pretty good for a 90. Front mount intercooler, HPI kit and stuff like that too. Bride, decent wheel. Yeah, that's sick. That's a good price for one of these, honestly. That's really good. Moving on, we've got an FD here for about 30 grand USD. Obviously RX-7 FD. It's only done 85,000 kilometers as well. Got some nice work wheels on there. Overall, looking at the car, it looks pretty clean. Looks like it's in really nice condition interior wise. It's still got the factory wheels, seats and everything. It's really nice. Actually, if we look inside there, oh, it's got the Nardi Mazda collaboration wheel. That's actually really cool. Yeah, that's really clean. That's a pretty good buy. And at the price that these things are selling for now, that's kind of fair too. So 85,000 kilometers too. And a nice pink S15. This one's fully caged, bride seat. Bunch of gauges on the dash, over fenders, front, no over fenders in the rear though. It's like a glitter pink as well, you can see that. Not the best looking steering wheel on there, but it is aftermarket. It's got a Grady Profect B, I think version 2, boost controller, manual obviously, drift button. Looks like it's got a Bride Zeta in there as well. It's not bad. It's got a bunch of old school Defi gauges too. It's not bad. I mean, I don't know how many Ks it's done. Can't see, but it looks pretty decent. I mean, it's caged and stuff, so it'd be a really good starting base, depending on how expensive or cheap it was. Looks like in there through the hood, you can see there's a fair bit going on. Looks pretty decent. Another S15, nice white one here. This one, they want like 26 grand USD on it, but it's got a lot of work done to it. Yeah, ORC Osgeiken clutch kit. It's got a HPI 6-speed manual. Bride Zeta 2 seats in there, or gear seats, sorry. 740 Nismo injectors. It's running a 7960 turbo. Man, it's got a bunch of stuff done. So that's a pretty fair price, honestly, for these mods. This thing would be pushing like 450 horsepower, really nice bodywork and over fenders. It's actually been molded into the chassis, so it's not like just clipped on and then, you know, pot riveted on or tech screwed in. It's actually like been properly done. That looks really nice. Really, really nice, actually. Oh, and I mean, it's got like $6,000 front brakes. Jeez. Yeah, that's a good buy. That's pretty fair for that price, hey? Actually, I'm really liking this car yard. This is one of the first car yards where like everything seems to be really fairly priced. It's kind of nice. Another Laurel, JZX Mark II. Let's have a quick look at the Hachiroku, hey? So really nice Hachiroku, red, black, running a nice old school Momo wheel, original seats and interior. There's no price on this, so I don't know what they want for it. But it's in pretty decent condition, hey. From what I can see here, it looks great. Yeah, that's brilliant. Man, another S15, another 180. Man, there's so much here. I don't know if we're gonna, oh, they moved these two cars back in here. I might get a quick thumbnail picture. Okay, so there's no prices on these cars here, so I'm gonna move and do this row now. So we've got a nice Zenki S14. They want 10 grand for it. It's got a fair few decent mods, 740cc injectors. It's done 121,000 kilometers. Z32 transmission. What? No, Z30. Sorry. Still learning my katakana. Sorry, Z32 airflow meter with a HKS intake kit. It's got an Apexi turbo kit front. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much like basic bolt-on mods for making like 350, 400 horsepower out of this. It's in pretty decent condition, hey. 121,000 Ks is pretty decent. Factory seats, got a drift button, Momo wheel, kind of all the standard stuff. A little bit of Wayne game. Overall, car looks good. Be a good cheap S chassis for drifting. Let's have a look at this other Chaser here. So there's a Turo V Chaser. Interior, manual, e-brake standard, no drift button. Looks pretty good. They want about 15 grand USD for this. 5-speed, 109,000 kilometers. Very fair price. Moving over here, we got another JZX 100. Now this one, they only want about $7,000 USD for this. They have no idea how many kilometers it's done. It's been tampered with, but it's automatic as well. So once again, super cheap. Throw a manual transmission in this and drift the hell out of it. 7 grand for the, geez, that's so good. Got a nice blue one here, no pricing or information on it, but it's got twin Recaros, good wheel, couple gauges, etc. Looks good. Pretty clean overall. Having another quick look here. V300, I think this is. I'm not entirely sure. Like, aren't these like pretty much the same as like the, what do they call them? Like the IS200s and stuff like that, as well as the Aristos. Anyways, it's got like $6,000 front brakes, endless brakes on that. Jeez. It's got a custom respray, purple. They want about $18,000 USD for it. It's got a massive turbo upgrade to a 204Z on it. Bunch of cool stuff. Full Sparco Rev seats. It's got a crazy hydro setup in there. I'm not sure if you can see too well. There you go. See that crazy hydro setup in there? That's insane. Ready for drifting. And a couple more JZX 110s here. I've never liked the look of these, but they are good drift cars, just for reliability because the JZ platform, right? So this has a manual swap from a JZX 100 in it though. Nice gnarly wheel, good Z3 seat. Yeah, you're ready to party in this thing. They want about 16 grand USD for it. It's done 84,000 kilometers, pretty low. This one's done 67,000 kilometers. It's got a turbo upgrade, GT 2835. But still manual, everything's stock, good condition. I mean, this is cheap. Why is it so cheap? I don't know. There you go. 13k USD and you can pick that puppy up. I guess because this is kind of like factory and doesn't have that many mods, it's kind of standard. As in this one actually has a bunch of goodies like LSD, seats and everything like that. So I understand why that's actually more valuable in that aspect. It's just weird to actually be in a car yard where they understand that and increase the value of a car because of mods. And then we're kind of back at the start here. So that's kind of cool. We might have a quick look over here at some of their cars that are in the process of them using for parts or fixing up and selling. Pretty much, yeah, you can see like, you know, things under covers and stuff like that are obviously wrecked and crashed that they're using for parts or going to fix up. I'm going to say they're mainly going to just use for parts. This S15 looks like a good platform to kind of build something with. Yo, that white FD looks kind of cool up the back here. Yeah, this thing definitely seen better days with this JZX. Thing kind of goes on. Yo, that S15 there, that actually looks like an old comp car. That pink one, not the red one. Yeah, that's really cool. There's a JZZ30 Sora. Looks like there's a C33 Laurel here. Very, very cool. Oh, another Laurel, another 180, another ZZ30, another Chaser, something else under a cover I can't see. Man, that's kind of cool. There's a lot of awesome cars here. I just realized that this is an S14, not an S15. I didn't even look at the rear. I just looked at the front and assumed S15. But yeah, it's got an Ichigo front end, a strawberry facelift, as they say in America. Or New Zealand, I think that's a New Zealander thing, I don't know. Well, there you guys go. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of Car Kubo, which is car workshop. I'll put the website in the description if you want to try and get in contact with them for any of these cars. I'm sure they'll be able to help you out getting it exported overseas. A lot of these guys are connected with people that do that kind of thing. So I'm sure if you shot them an email, they'll do their best to sort you out. But otherwise, I'm really excited that I found this place actually, because their pricing's pretty fair for local here in Japan, and it seems like they also know their stuff. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, competition, make sure you get yourself a SAMMIT sticker for an entry into the JDM accessories giveaway. Entries close on the 10th of July. There's a lot of stuff happening this week. Next week is going to be absolutely insane content wise. So this week I'm going to try and film a lot of video, like double up videos during the day, because I've got to do a bit of traveling and things like that around. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Ciao, mata ne.